What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stock Goat YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering your favorite stock on this YouTube channel, and that is the SoFi stock. I haven't talked about it in a couple of days, but finally, we have a major catalyst coming up, and that is earnings. We're going to be looking at the SoFi stock. We're going to be giving out some price predictions, and we're also going to go into my SoFi account, and I'm going to navigate through the website so I can show you guys some cool things that I really like about the stock that I believe that people will be flocking to in the future. I'm going to be putting a masterpiece together for you in this video today, so please like this video and don't forget to subscribe if you feel this video gives you any better insight on the SoFi stock. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, looking at the stock right now today, we're finally seeing green after 3-4+ weeks of non-stop selling. As you can see right here on this 1-month chart since June 18th, we're talking about 3-4 weeks of non-stop selling. It is very possible that we hit that bottom around 15 and a half of that max pain, because we had Jerome Powell speaking yesterday. Because guys, right now there is absolutely zero negative catalyst for this selling right now. This is just big money selling pressure right now. Institutional investors selling out from the pipe investment, but I believe we may have bottoms right around that 15 and a half price range, because there's really nothing to stop this company now that Jerome Powell has spoken for the month. He most likely won't speak for another month. Even if, inflation data is really bad, we still have earnings coming up right around, that time frame. And there's usually a run up, prior to earnings, maybe a week, 10 days. And the thing is, that speech for next month on the inflation data will most likely not bring the stock under 15 to 14. So most likely, a lot of people still waiting for that 13, 14, $15 range. You need to start chipping in now at the stock, because there's no telling how much this stock could surge, heading into earnings. Once again, this is one of the most reasonable market cap valuations I've seen in this market in the past year plus when you compare these IPO stocks. I just did a couple of videos on comparisons to these IPOs, and these are trading at, 50, 60, 70, 80x multiples on their revenue. And guys, revenue once again is the most important thing when you're talking about a company, because revenue is what pays your employees, it's what pays your stock investors, it's what gives the company the best clear sight of evaluation. And right now, this company is projected to do $1 billion this year, 2021. We're getting a 13x multiple on a severely high growth stock. We're talking growth potentially near 60+% this year, when the year finishes. So that is crazy growth with a crazy valuation. And once again, IPOs are going at the most insane valuations possible, because retail investors never had the opportunity to invest at those at the time. So insiders ran those up to crazy, crazy valuations, and then retail comes in and the big money cashes out. So that's what I like about these SPAC stocks, the high quality SPACs, the top 1%. There's over 500 SPAC stocks that have gone public the past 2 years, and SoFi is in that top 1% because it has everything. It has strong management, strong growth, big revenue, a solid valuation. So there's a lot of good things happening for this company in the short term. This is finally our catalyst we got in yesterday, guys. SoFi will host a conference call to discuss financial and operating results for the second quarter of 2021 on Thursday, August 12th. Massive, massive catalyst to get us out of that bleeding red for 4 weeks, guys. This is going to scare the shorts, I'm telling you. This is going to be a really big earnings report, okay? Let me tell you why. They just did another pinned tweet a couple of days ago, and this says, with earnings season just around the corner, our head of investment strategy discusses the high expectations in Q2 for this week's investing column. So guys, most likely, they could top out on the high end of their earnings report. This is very, very possible. I heard downloads are out of this world right now for the SoFi app. So downloads are very, very, very big right now. And the thing is, this is a one-stop shop. This company consists of so many different businesses inside of its one-stop shop platform. We're going to look at that on my account just so I can show you guys a couple of cool things that I really like. You guys keep seeing me put this $50 price target on the SoFi stock. And if you really want to know when that is, in my personal opinion, when is that $50 going to happen? Is that really possible? Well, right now we only have two analysts covering this stock with 77% upside. That is ridiculous gain, guys. That is ridiculous gain, and that does not include future earnings reports for this year. You got another three earnings reports, and also the second massive catalyst is that preliminary approval of the US bank charter, guys. This is massive news. And look at this, guys. This was being covered back in October 2020. So this bank charter approval is going to give SoFi stock massive leverage. How much upside would a bank charter provide to SoFi stock? That is the big question, okay? Could this boost our price targets on the stock that these analysts are having right now? In March 2021, SoFi announced the acquisition of Golden Pacific Bank Corp for $22.3 million. I was watching this the day this happened, guys. It was very exciting news. The acquisition marked another major step towards a national bank charter for the company. Having a bank charter would allow SoFi to accept deposits and make more profitable loans using its members' deposits. It would also remove the need to rely on third-party banks. A national bank charter is important for SoFi's future plans of increasing its lending capabilities and lowering its cost of capital. At the same time, it would be easier for SoFi to follow regulatory compliance through Golden Pacific Bank. According to Sam Kilmer, a senior director at Cornerstone Advisors, it's basically just getting the inside club in an easier fashion than going about it in the long, organic, legal startup way, proving yourself to a regulator. This is very important for EBITDA earnings, and they explain right here how a bank charter impacts earnings. In SoFi's investor presentation, it estimated that without a bank charter, its adjusted EBITDA base case would be $254 million in 2022, but that it would be $447 million with the bank charter. That's a 76% jump in EBITDA due to the bank charter is estimated due to the lower expected cost of capital and increased lending growth. This is very exciting news, okay? The bank charter approval is going to give them massive leverage and lowering costs, guys, because they don't have to go through third parties, banks, getting middleman. So going off the tip ranks price targets, which I highly recommend any new investor to be doing, because this is you versus Wall Street. You don't want to be fighting Wall Street's price targets because it is going to be physically impossible to beat those price targets out, because there's going to be massive leverage going against your stock in a negative way, if the price target is much lower than the stock is at that current time. That's where short interest comes into play in a negative way, because you really can't fight that type of short interest. And we see what a lot of retail investors are doing nowadays. They're chasing stocks with high short interest, which in some cases the short interest could be a good thing to keep the company down from getting overpriced and overbought. But right now in a company like SoFi, we're seeing the short interest near 30+%. It's pretty much being the exact opposite because they want to get in this one. So that's why it's being shorted. Obviously, this company is significantly undervalued at the price range right now at $16. But I think with, 2-3 massive, earnings reports and the bank charter approval, this stock could easily, by the end of this year, we could see $40. So I'm going to say next year, a $50 price target is definitely possible. If you're buying the stock right now or have been buying this week, you could potentially triple your money in 12 months. That is insane gains. You're going to beat out the S&P 500 for 15 years of gains almost, or 10 years of gains. That is ridiculous gains, just tripling your money, guys. This is what it comes down to with investing in, just stock equities. It's a much riskier game with the volatility going up and down. But if you can handle the volatility in your stomach and handle those ups and downs, you're going to be a huge winner long term. And that is why, a lot of these older investors always recommend people to go with ETFs, bonds, safe stuff, because a lot of people can't pick good stocks because the volatility is just insane. So if you can hold through the pain, I think this is going to be a $50 stock next year if you buy, right now around the massive 4 month correction on this stock. We have two major catalysts coming up, guys. Earnings report and the bank charter approval, which is potentially going to be in November. All right, guys, we are on the SoFi dashboard. Remember, their main message to investors is one stop shop, everything. As you guys can see here, they have pretty much everything. This is a brand new thing I believe that Robinhood is adapting to now because they have to, or they're going to get smoked by the competition like SoFi. You are able to invest in IPOs. If you read up here, once your account is funded, you can get in on the IPOs before they're traded on a public market. We did not see this happen in 2020, when a company like Snowflake, Lemonade, Airbnb went public. The stocks were freaking twice as high as what they said the prices were going to be, on the investor websites, because that's because retail could not buy these stocks. This is a really cool credit card. Get 2% unlimited cash back towards saving and investing and paying down the debt. Plus, there is no annual fee, so they have a 2% back credit card. Life insurance by Ladder, student loan refi at 2.25% APR, personal loans as low as 5.99, home loans, check your rate, undergrad student loan 1.20, SoFi money. So a lot of cool different things, guys. As you can see, it just does not stop. And the thing that is so cool about SoFi compared to other legacy banks is their customer acquisition is the lowest out of anyone, guys. They are able to acquire customers at a much lower cost. They have a massive marketing campaign that's going on right now that is very, very successful. They are going to be hosting the 2022 Super Bowl in LA. So marketing is not even a question right now as far as, people going to be learning about this company very, very quickly. What I really want you guys to see is, their investing part of their website. So we're going to go to invest. So guys, this is pretty much a stockbroker as well. They don't offer options yet at this time, but they will be offering options very soon. So I really do like their website. As you can see here, they have their market comparisons up, the S&P 500, Dow, NASDAQ, Russell, oil, gold, bonds, Bitcoin. If we scroll down, we have here the popular stocks, the most popular on the website right now, the trending stocks, and the SoFi ETFs. And guys, this right here is what I've been really looking at very aggressively. They have their own ETFs. This is very cool. They are looking out for the average customer that does not know much about investing, okay? They are putting together very, very, very safe ETFs, guys, with high growth potential. And what I want you guys to look at is this specific one right here. This is the SoFi Select 500 ETF. We're going to click this one right here. This is the one I most likely will be investing in. I could potentially put in $100,000 into this ETF and not even stress, struggle, or even look at this one because I really like, the holdings they built up. So the top 10 holdings on this one is Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, Google, Salesforce, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, Google A, and PayPal. Man, this thing is solid. The SoFi Select 500 is composed of the 500 largest publicly traded U.S. companies. SoFi weights each company based on three key growth signals, not just market capitalization, as many traditional index ETFs do. So this is a very solid one, and as we can see, so the 1-year performance on this one is a 38% gain. So look at their ETF, man. This thing is rocking very solid. So you never know, this could definitely dust the S&P 500. You never know, it is possible. They're not exactly comparable. It's a way different setup. So the S&P 500 might give you 15% a year, but this SoFi Select 500 ETF could give you 30% a year. So you could be doubling the S&P 500 with a more intensive high growth focus ETF. So this one is very solid, guys. This is something to look for if you do plan on investing in SoFi. and they have a really good marketing tactic for getting customers. They got the refer SoFi Invest, earn up to 10,000. When your friend opens and funds an active investing account, you'll get $50 in stock. They'll get $50 in stock too. So be sure to take a look at my link in bio if you do plan on investing with SoFi or just plan on getting a second broker. You have to deposit $1,000 and you'll get the $50 in free stock. And as we can see right here, guys, on this channel, SoFi, 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 SoFi. This is the stock you guys are growing crazy about, so I will be keeping you updated every couple of days on this company and anything that's happening with them. So be sure to like this video and don't forget to subscribe if you felt this video gave you any better insight on the SoFi stock. I'll be keeping you updated daily with all of the growth plays in the future. Once again, I hope you have a great day.